Aquaman issue 60, Kelly Sue DeConnick writing with Miguel Madoncha on the art. And this is them finding baby Andy, which they actually do quite early in the issue. I wasn't expecting it to that element of it to be wrapped up in that way. But it's interesting because it's basically the gods say, hey, look, we're going to look after the baby because you have to go and deal with everything, and the baby can't be around you while you go and deal with who's responsible for this while you're fixing stuff. And also Mira wakes up, of course, is the other big thing, which it seems to be that Andy kind of does that, actually. In an interesting way.
Her presence.
Yeah, it's a question of how intentional it might be, because is it Andy itself, or is it amplified through the mother shark?
Yeah, right. Mother Shark's probably a part of it. I will say, regardless of any opinions anyone has of this issue, I don't care what they are, because that 2-page spread of Mother Shark is absolutely gorgeous, and I will not listen to anything else.
I am loving that Kelly Sue is delving into this, the whole gods and ocean spirits, and what's this mean with the ninth tribe?
It's consistently my favorite part of this book has been when it's been dealing with those aspects.
Yeah,
that Mother Shark. Look at her though. Look at the Mother Shark. Yeah. Look at that 2-page spread.
I just love the sheer size of it.
Yeah, the size, the shading, all of it is just glorious. Anyway, so no, it's an interesting choice where he has to sort of give up his daughter to go and deal with what's going on, and Mira wakes up and is like, basically finds out that her wedding's in the next day because Volko's been arranging all this stuff so that he can actually get things moving. So we end with kind of the cliffhanger of, no, the wedding's happening. Like this wedding between her and Volko is supposed to be happening like the next day. And Arthur's off to go and deal with things. But there's a lot of really nice stuff. And it's kind of what I was saying. I was sort of hinting in the news portion when we were talking about like crossovers and stuff infecting books. That obviously the Year of the Villain stuff did infect this book, but it is kind of nice how here I felt like the use of the mech head to sort of aid with the search for the baby was a nice natural inclusion of like she had to put the stuff in the book in the first place, but now it's in the book. She's using it as part of the history.
What I appreciate about this is none of it really mattered that it was a mecha mantis. This could have been anything. It's just, we already established this thing was there, so might as well use it.
It's a MacGuffin. Instead of creating something new, she just went back and used.
And that's smart.
Something here.
Yeah, it's smart.
Also, I like that. What's the character's name? I can't find her name. The one that Dolphin goes and finds. I'm gonna mess this up. Lernea. The whole. Oops, is at my desk. The whole reason that she took Andy was by the orders of Orm to leave her for a fisherman to find, so she could have a happy life away from all of this.
Yeah, that's a very interesting twist, because last issue I think we almost we didn't hate it, but we kind of rolled our eyes a little bit. Oh, it's just Orm.
Yeah,
it's just Orm stealing the baby.
Orm, what are you doing? Have you not learned?
Orm's, recently reformed self, kind of giving it basically what Arthur had.
It's more. It's definitely more interesting than him just being evil. It's just he's like, no, that baby can't have a life with you and Mira and the lives you have, which is interestingly kind of similar to what the gods tell Arthur. Is like, no, you have to leave her with us so you can go off and do your Aquaman shit. And it's more interesting. I mean, it's still, don't get me wrong, it's still in the wrong. It's still not the right thing to do, but it does make it a bit more layered and a little bit more interesting than what it was before.
Yeah,
it's not just because we had assumed it was, this is his path to the throne.
Yeah, and it makes me think that maybe everything else he's doing, because he's been claiming that it's not evil, that he's doing this right for the people of the Ninth Trade, of the people who need this new home. Maybe he actually is being sincere. Maybe he isn't being an evil dick.
Can we talk about how he's got them singing military songs?
He does.
Sure.
I really appreciate the lettering here of the chorus shouting back, being the big red letters, and then as the character we're following moves away, all you hear is just that, and it gets smaller and smaller as it goes through to show you just how far away he's moving, and the sound of it being further away. Really smart.
Yeah.
I do think this is gonna lead with the problems that we're seeing with Mira as queen in Volko, in even just the Order of the Monarchy through Abnett's run, is that it wouldn't surprise me if Atlantis does away with the monarchy, right? Because you're having almost a republic style government coming from Orm. Like, right, he is of the monarchy and whatnot, but not anymore. He got cast out, and I almost can see this leading to we're gonna have multiple leaders. We're gonna have a representative. The Ninth Tribe is gonna be represented, finally, and it's not gonna be this big war that we're thinking of. You know, I could be completely wrong, and that is gonna be Orm. Orm just wants to destroy things because he can't have it. But the fact that he kidnapped Andy so she would be away from this life, it tells me that
don't just revert back to Orm being Orm.
Yeah, me either. And that's why I definitely think that he is doing this actually out of, no, I was wrong. I was in the monarchy. I was I was a prince and I had it good. And I didn't realize what life was like until being cast out. And now he's coming back with a different perspective.
It's okay if what he does is still wrong and villainous, right? As long as it's not just back to him stealing the throne for himself, as usual. Right. That would be boring.
Right. And I don't think I definitely get the seeds of this is how he builds a rebellion against that. And we've already seen the monarchy as kind of BS with Mother Satea and just all the stuff that they're making Mara do just because of traditions through. Yeah, and it wouldn't surprise me if Kelly Sue, how she writes, is going to look at that and go, hey,
I think
let's change this.
All this is really good stuff, all this potential. Fundamentally, at its core, I would say that Orm actually trying to do the right thing here and not turn out to be evil is by far way more fascinating and compelling than him just turning out to be evil again. So, if as long as she sticks to that in some capacity, then I think this will work. Whatever it is, Kelly Sue's doing. So, hopefully she gets to tell all of her story uninterrupted and isn't outed out of the job by bullshit, chicanery behind the scenes.
It's still crazy to me that you have Kelly Sue, Matt Fraction, and Bendis writing monthly books at DC, and they've been pretty much left alone, to do what they need to. Like, she had a tie-in to Year of the Villain, and Fraction's been on his own telling whatever story Jimmy is,
that has been left alone more than any other book in existence.
So ours pretty solid. Not always necessarily great, but it's a
couple of really standout moments. I think Mother Shark, right before that, Aquaman walking away into the with the half in shadow is great. Yeah. And the panel of Dolphin doing the thumbs up is phenomenal.
Yeah, some really good stuff in there. Madonna's not necessarily a name that I even think of quickly when I'm thinking of artists, but solid enough stuff here with some really, like you say, standout moments. So, Matt, what are you giving Aquaman?
I'm giving this an 8.5.
Connor?
It's just a straight 8 from me.
Yeah, I'll go with a straight 8 as well. I am tempted to go a little bit higher, but I do think Kelly Sue's building a great run here. It could be the sort of thing where a lot of the issues may end up only be an 8 or so, but like the whole will be more than the sum of its parts, because there's something really kind of, at least it feels like there's a really well thought out run happening here.